Ladies and gentlemen, this is ghetto. This is ghetto. This is ghetto. I have been trying to do this for the past 26 minutes. This is the last Dear Dijah that will be live. This is the last Dear Dijah ever in history that will be live because I have tried 3 times to go live, and every single time that I have tried, somebody has knocked on my door, somebody is yelling outside my window. Another thing is, I need my own studio. I need my own studio. I need my own recording studio, my own recording space. So things like this will happen. So let's try this one more again. Let's try this one more again. And after this, if this does not work, I'm just going to go back to, okay, maybe I should just pre record the Dear Dejas and then, do it that way because this right here, it's not working for me and it's ghetto, right? Like I said, I'm going to try this one more time. Keep me in prayer. This is the last time. I know I have been going for a while. I was on my body sculpting journey. It is not complete as far as healing, but it is complete as far as procedures. And I can't wait to talk to you guys about it in another video. I would never be doing another Dear DJ Live again because this is the ghetto. All right, so let me try this one more time, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to read the letter and then I'm going to make some attempts to respond. Okay, make sure if you're here, you're liking the video, you're liking the video, you're liking the video. Okay, Dear DJ. I just opened my very own event space. Shout out, hold on, I need my glasses. I'm a little older. Shout out to Black women becoming bosses. Business has been a little slower than I would imagine, but I have faith that things will pick up soon. About a week ago, a woman walked into my establishment and immediately I recognized her. This is my cousin's arch nemesis. She is looking for an event space to host a dinner in within the next couple of weeks because her event space that she had fell through. Because she was asking to utilize my establishment with such short notice, she was willing to pay an extra $2,500. I was so excited because I planned on overcharging this bitch anyway since she fucked my cousin's man. She made the payment, she signed the contract, and she was out the door. I called my cousin to let her know who just walked up in my establishment and how I taxed that hoe for playing in her face. I assumed we would laugh at the fact that her BBL is trash. I overcharged the shit out of her, and then we would have dinner at Lagos on that hoe's dime. Well, I was met with a totally different reaction. My cousin cursed me out bad. It took everything in me not to cry. Business is business, but she didn't want to hear that. Now, now I'm reconsidering doing business with the girl. What should I do? Sign my business versus my blood. All right. What I was saying before I was really interrupted, hey Melissa, was that again, family and business are usually separate. I do see people try to do business with family, which is a beautiful thing. Let me run it from the top, which I think the issue here is with your cousin. And I could be wrong, but this is what it sounds like to me as an outsider looking in. You called me to share with me something that I don't like, which is you're going to do business with a person that I don't like. When I share with you that I don't like that, and now you're telling me you reconsidering, that makes me feel away because you called me to let me know as though you would be considering my feelings, but you can't possibly be considering my feelings if you've already made the business transaction. So were you just calling to inform her, or you were calling because you wanted to get feedback from her about what you did? And the only reason why I say that is because when she shared with you that she had an issue with it, you wrote in the letter, well, now I'm reconsidering doing business with her. If I was only calling to inform you, just so you have a heads up, that's one thing. But if I was calling to consider how you would feel about the business that I'm doing, then you have to understand where the cousin is coming from about her not wanting you to do so. Now, granted, I want to heal up, wheel up, bring it back, come rewind. I heard you say that's your cousin. I heard you say that y'all was gonna party off the dime. I heard you say that you overcharged her. I didn't hear you say that your cousin was a silent investor. I didn't hear you say that your cousin partners with you. I didn't hear you say that your cousin helped you build the establishment. So that leads me to believe that your cousin is not in business with you. You were just hurting her feelings because she's your family and you love her, right? I get that. I think that's really nice to do. But I feel like if you were going to call her and then you were going to reconsider doing business with the girl because of what she feels, I think that maybe calling her before you even made the business transaction would have made your cousin feel better. Because now it's going to be an issue of you said in your letter, business is slow. When you're praying for things to pick up, it sounds like this is the pickup that you needed. So my question would have to be to you, are you willing to take the opportunity that is being given, or are you willing to bypass this one in order to protect and nurture the feelings of your cousin? I think you both need healing hearts, right? I think you both need healing hearts, but I'll start with you because you're the person who submitted the letter, right? I think that you have to understand that two things can be present at the same time, at the same damn time, right? I rock Gucci, I rock Louis at the same damn time. Hey, Olinda, I think two things can exist at the same time. One, I can love you and care about you. And two, I can do business that's separate from you, right? I don't think that it's a bad idea to run it by your cousin. I think I'm a little bit concerned about you now reconsidering what you need to do for your business because it sounds like you can't separate personal and professional. And I don't think that your cousin is considering separating personal and professional because professionally is not her business. So she don't give a fuck about the business part. She cares about, bitch, you my motherfucking cousin. We don't fuck with that bum ass bitch. Well, I fucked up ass BBL. So what the fuck is you doing business with her for, bitch? Yes, she would feel that way. She would feel that way. It's not her business. So she would feel that way. It's your business. And I think that you need to be able to separate personal professional feelings with your cousin, which is, yes, I do care about what you feel and I do care about what happened with you, which is why I'm not friends with the young lady. That's something personal. But at the same time, I care about your feelings and and what's going on with you. I also need to run my business effectively. And at the moment, this young lady is presenting me with an opportunity that can help push my business forward. That's something professional. That does not mean our friends. Right. So I don't think that the cousin is the only one who can separate personal and professional. I think you can't either because you are now willing to miss out on a professional opportunity because of your family member's personal feelings. And I have to question why. I have to question why. I have to question why. And relationships. And that's any relationship. That's a friendship, that's a romantic relationship, and all relationships. You know, it is important for every party involved to feel heard, to feel considered, to feel like I'm valued in this relationship, right? So it's nothing wrong with you saying to your cousin, I love you and I support you. But I love you and I support you because of a personal issue that you're having. What me and this young lady is doing has nothing to do with how I feel about her personally. She's patronizing my business. That's professional. And it sounds like, for whatever reason, you have a tendency of tiptoeing around this cousin's feelings, right? And I think that's the reason why you didn't call her initially, because I think that you knew that she would say something that would make you reconsider and you wanted to take that opportunity that was given. So you took it, but then you tried to backstep and call her after the fact to make it seem as though you were considering her feelings. And again, I'm not saying what you did was a bad thing. I'm just saying what you did wasn't a favorable thing because now it has caused frictions in your personal relationships. And I would have to question what's going on that you don't feel comfortable speaking up for things that are important to you, which is your business. Because that personal situation that she has going on with that other young lady clearly is very important to her. So she spoke up about it. You said in the letter, she cursed you the fuck out. So clearly for her, she had no hair on her tongue and she was able to express to you, listen, bitch, if you don't end that fucking contract, I might bash your skull, or whatever. She said to curse you out to make you want to cry, right? But I think that she felt the confidence and the courage to say that to you. And I'm wondering where your confidence and your courage is to advocate for yourself in this situation and your business and your business and your business. Because I'm almost sure just as important as that situation is to your cousin is as important as your business is to you. Or is it? Or is it? You let me know. And I'm inclined to believe that it is. I just also believe that you're lacking the confidence and courage to share that with your cousin. And I would have to get to the root of why. So if we were in a healing heart session, this is some of the line of questioning that I would be having with you. You know, you give me that you're a very because opening a business is a big deal. That's not for the faint of hearts. Opening a business is a very, very big deal. So you have to be bold and you have to be daring and you have to be courageous and you have to have confidence to do those things and to do them successfully. And it sounds like that's what you've done. So if you could approach starting a new business in that manner, what's the difference between you having that same bold confidence and courage when it comes to advocating for that business to any and everybody, no matter if they are family? And I get it. Maybe you were raised in a family where, which I see most times, I mean, that's pretty much the gist of how my family is. We stick together, we band together, one all for one and one for all. I understand that. And I actually agree with it to a certain degree because now when it comes to something that I have to do in order to move my life forward, I have to be able to separate personal and professional. And my family needs to understand that that's what I need to do in order for me to be successful. Right? But sometimes people don't know that off the rip and they almost need to hear it and see it. And you will be the person expressing it and demonstrating it because you're the person with the business. You're the person with the business. So I think that this would have been a better approach to make everybody comfortable in the situation. When a young lady came in to say, "Hey, how you doing? I want to utilize this establishment," and you, like you said, recognize her from the gate, it might have been a little better to say, "You know what? I really, really think that we can move forward with this, but I need to iron out a few more kinks. So is it okay if I get back to you in 24 hours?" And within that 24 hours, you run down on your cousin. Listen, this how much bread over the price she's offering. I really want to make this happen because I need my business to move forward. So I'm just letting you know that if you see her in any pictures and my logo in the background, that's because she rented out my establishment and I allowed her to. And she paid me good money and I had to do so to help build my business and my brand. You good? Now, again, your cousin may say, "No, I'm not good," and slap the dog shit out you. Y'all may start fighting and you may lose a cousin. That would be unfortunate, but that would not be on you. That would not be on you because you did her the courtesy of sharing and saying, "Hey, this is what's going on. And this is my plan," which is like you said, I plan on taking you to dinner and we're going to sit around and laugh and joke at this bitch for spending money with us and, so on and so forth. And this is not personal. I'm not going to take her number and we be texting and calling each other after the event. No, I'm not even trying to get to know her. Our conversations are going to be strictly professional. As a matter of fact, she might only deal with my staff. She might even really deal with me. Excuse me, she might not even really deal with me. You know what I'm saying? So if you do want to provide some comfort to your cousin, right? And if your cousin would have said no, she couldn't get with that, then you would have been able to make a conscious decision beforehand. And if she said, "Yeah, girl, let me get some of that bread that you got off the top, and we want to go out and have dinner," and then you would have been able to still save the relationship between you and your cousin, and still been able to do the business that you need to do. But if you are mixing personal and professional, I think that you need to learn to separate the two. And I think your issue here is you did it. You did it. You did it. Because truth be told, if you really want to separate the two, you don't have to tell your cousin who you're doing business with. It's not her business. She's not in the business. So you could have just kept that separate altogether. And if she's seen it, said, hey, that part of my life you're not involved in, you know? But it's important for you to set boundaries and what you need to do because how else are you going to get these things done? That means every family member and friend is going to come to you telling you don't do something regarding your business, depending on how they feel about it. We all have feelings. We all have assholes. We all have opinions. So if you start that up, that may be a hindrance to the brand and the business that you're trying to build. Is that what you want? If the goal is to build your business up as big as possible, I'm pretty sure anybody that starts a business wants it to be a multi-million-dollar business someday. How are you going to be able to do so if every single time you get a client, you have a friend or a family member coming to you to tell you their disdain about that person, and then them requesting that you don't do business with them? How is the business going to grow? It's not. It's not going to grow. What's going to grow is the relationships you have with those people because then they're going to realize and everybody else is going to know that you're a people pleaser. You're a people pleaser. And folks are going to continuously expect you to do that because you have started the trend that that is what you do. So I know the question that you asked in the end was what should you do? You're reconsidering doing business with the young lady and you want to know what should you do. I don't tell people what to do. I present them with options. I share with them, uh, what could happen with every option that they're deciding to take. And then they decide what to do on their own. So, first off, right, is you can always say, hey, family is more important than anything. And I'm not willing to be at odds with my cousin about this business deal. So I'll let this one pass me by. You can make that decision. What I will say about you doing that is it a situation that's beneficial to your business to pass by? Meaning, what are the benefits aside from the $2,500 bonus, which would be enough for me? But in any event, What is the benefit of you doing business with this young lady? Is she somebody popular that might be able to get you more business? Will she be doing some promoting for you? Will she open up some new avenues for you? What is the benefit of you doing business with her? Because if there is no benefit other than the $2,500 extra that you probably might not need, or whatever the case may be, or maybe you do, I don't know, then maybe you would want to go with, what? I'm not willing to be at odds with my cousin over this. So let me just go over here and look for a new opportunity. Okay. Also, are you willing to say, I am willing to do business with her, and however my cousin feels about it, she just has to be in her feelings. Okay, well, keep in mind after this business deal, you will have to still encounter that family member at family functions, you know, when a family member passes away, when a baby is born in the family, you will still encounter that family member. Are you prepared to have smoke every time you see this family member because of a decision you made about your business? Are you prepared for you guys to be at odds over a decision that you made about your business? Because if so, then by all means, do what you have to do. What I will say is this: if we were in a healing heart session, I would be telling you whatever it is that you need or have to do, you cannot be afraid to do it. Okay? Again, you opened up a business. That takes a lot of courage. You know, that makes you very brave. You have to have a lot of confidence to do so. Those all those same traits you can apply to advocating for that business that you started, because I'm pretty sure that you didn't start it for no reason. So even if you do decide to say, hey, I'm going to consider my cousin's feelings and let this opportunity pass me by, you have to also let your cousin know the same way how I'm here advocating for your feelings, I have to be able to do so for my business. I want it to grow the same way how our relationship is growing. And if a person, not just your cousin, anybody on this planet can't respect something that you need to do for you, or if a person that you love and care about thinks that you have to sacrifice what you need to do for you, for what they feel, or for them, then you really, really, really have to question, is that a person that you want to continue a relationship with? Because people that love you and care about you understand that you come first in your life. And the only way that you can be in service to any other human being on this planet is if you have taken care of you. And one of the things I could imagine is a way that you have decided to pour back into yourself is by starting your own business. Everybody around you should respect that and be in support of it. Unfortunately, not everybody will. Okay. So, my dear, I think that the personal and the professional boundaries need to be discussed with everybody that you're in relationship with, right? Because I don't think that, everybody will understand. This is a new thing for you, you know. You opening up your own business, it sounds like it's a new thing for you. So because of that, people don't know how to respond to some things that might shift because you have something new. I think you need to get folks on the page of what that something new looks like. Okay. So that's just like, let's just say if you were becoming a mom, right? You are a new mom. You have friends that will call you 3 in the morning, bitch, we at the spot, get your ass up, get dressed, niggas in here, come on, come on, the drug dealers outside. Whatever the case may be, right? That's the single, no kids, fly by night you. Hey, I'm with it, girl. See you in a few, right? But if you're becoming a new mom and you plan on having a baby and your life is shifting because you're a mom now, are you still the same girl that they can call 3 in the morning and say, hey, bitch, come outside the drug? No, no. So they will have to get used to the new you, right? It's the same thing with your business. It's the same thing with your business. There's gonna have to be some boundaries put in place so your business can flourish. The same way some boundaries would be put in place as a new mom so you can protect and make sure you ensure the safety of your child. Your business is your baby. Your business is your baby. And you have to protect it by any means necessary. So because of that, you have to get folks used to the new you, and you have to set boundaries surrounding your baby, which is your business. My only question is, can you do that? And I'm honestly say that I don't believe independently that you could, because I think if you could, then you would have never been asking. You would have never been writing this letter asking, what should you do? Which says to me, you need a healing heart session. You need an Operation Heal 100 Hearts one-on-one session. You need a healing heart session. Because in that session, we would make sure we dial all the way back to what the reason is that you're lacking the confidence and the courage to build those boundaries. And then we would get you to a point that you feel comfortable building them. And then you will fly from there, my darling. So I just presented you with options. I just presented some scenarios that could take place had you chosen any of those options. You still have the opportunity to choose how you want to protect your baby, which is your business, right? You have to also understand in doing so, you have to get folks used to and acclimated with the new you. You cannot be afraid to do that. It's what protects your baby. Okay, so my dear, I hope I was able to give you some feedback that was helpful. I hope that this really helps you do some self-assessment and some self-work. Because a lot of times people think when situations happen to them and outside folks are involved, that it's very easy to see the fault in the outside folks. And it's very easy to place blame on them when kind of sort of, I played a part in that as well. Okay. And when you start to take responsibility for the part that you played, then you get to grow in that experience and you get to also shift it and make it better for you and the other person sometimes. Okay. So again, I hope that I was able to give you some good feedback. I hope that some of the options I provided today helps you make a decision that's best for you, your business, and your family member. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, Dear Dijah is back. Dear Dijah is back. Dear Dijah is back. As a matter of fact, I'm about to drop the new Dear Dijah letter, not the response, just the letter. And I want you guys to know that this Sunday and every Sunday going forward, except for the last Sunday out the month, I will be dropping Dear Dijah letters for the rest of the year. Okay? I have a ton in my inbox and I have ish to do. But I'm happy to be back. Let me say this. My unpopular opinion is coming back and I got some shit to pop. Okay, I have some shit to pop. I have some shit to pop because so many things have happened that I have not discussed, right? I also have my When They See the New Dijah album up here, which is a totally based upon my body sculpting journey. I just had surgery July 13th. I feel amazing. I'm happy with my results. And I'm ready to share that and everything else that's been going on in my world with you guys. So I'm happy to be back. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me say that again. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Stay tuned because I'm going to drop the Dear Dijah letter for Sunday in a few minutes. But thank you. Please let me know what you thought of the letter. Leave it in the comments. Make sure you give me all your feedback. Make sure you let me know some things you didn't understand. Make sure if you need me to elaborate. Also, my dear, if you need a Heal Heart session, you can just email me, operationheal100hearts@gmail.com, the same way you emailed your letter. All righty. Thank you so much for patronizing the business. And I will see all of you very, very, very soon.